Hello everyone, my name is Samzi, and in today's video I will be starting a new series alongside of my custom job series. I will now start with the new GTA 5 creator tips and tricks series, and in this episode I will show you a few tips and tricks about prop placements. So in the new creator we can now turn anything in any direction. We already had the world heading, but we can now also turn anything in pitch, the roll and the jaw. And with the prop templates we can copy and paste up to 30 props in one template, like I have right here. And you can have up to 10 templates. And if we turn this, we can turn it all in one go. It will always turn from the first prop you select, so keep that in mind. But of course we can delete all templates we don't need anymore. So you could make unlimited if you really want to. Now before the new creator, when we placed props, it always went down a little bit from where you had it positioned. Like if we place it here, you can see the height difference. But when we place it, you can see it go down. Now when we change the rotation type to pitch, for example, you can see now it will be placed exactly where you want to have it. So keep that in mind, always change the rotation type if you want to place stuff at exactly the same spot where you want to place it. Now this also causes some props to go half into the ground. For example, when I use the floating platform, when I place it like this, before changing the rotation type it will be placed like this, and after I change the rotation type it will be placed much lower, and that's why we can see the big height difference. Either always change the rotation type of each prop or don't change it, don't mix it up, because then you will get the height difference. And also when you switch the rotation type, the angle in which the prop is positioned will be stuck. For example, when I go to ramps and I build the first ramp without having changed the rotation type, you have to make sure that your pointer sticks to the ground and that you have not lifted it up in the air. And if you stick it to the ground, you can see the angle changes when I hover over the first ramp. Now if I switch the rotation type to pitch and back, you can see the prop goes down and the angle stays in the position now. Even if I lift it up in the air, you can still see that the angle is there. So now if I place the second ramp, I place the second ramp right under the first, so the first is overlapping the second, like this. Now if I want to place the third, to get the same angle I just press escape, go back to the prop. Now the rotation type has been reset. Now we can get a new angle, get it stuck by changing the rotation type, and then just place the third right under the second, so the second is overlapping the third, and so forth. That's how you build a smooth ramp. You can also use this trick to get a vertical angle on a building, as long as the building is straight. If we use a container and then hold it along the building, you can see the prop will have the perfect vertical angle. And when we turn this prop in world heading, it will move like this. But if we change the rotation type once and then back, if we change the world heading now, it will turn like this. If you want to turn it this way, as it was before you changed the rotation type, you have to change it with the jaw rotation type. Then you can still turn it this way. With prop templates we can place anything anywhere. For example, when we want to place two containers inside each other, In the center we can't do that without the prop templates because it would just place the two containers on top of each other. We can do it from here, but not exactly in the center. So what we do then is go to prop templates, create a new template, select the prop on the top first, then the one on the bottom, save the template, select your template that you just created, and then delete this one, and when we place this one on top here, it will be exactly at the same height and exactly where you want it to be. Or however you want it to make it. So if you want to place props but you can't get the center of the prop where you want it to be because another prop is in the way, or a building or whatever, just simply make a template. Let's say I want to place this one all the way inside the building. I just place a second prop next to it, doesn't matter which one prop it is. Create a new template. Select this one first, then this one, save it. Go to the template you just created. And if we delete these now, you can place the other one all the way inside the building. Now I will show you how to get your height, angle and axis back. If you want to place props at the same height, what people usually do is they made a benchmark before building at the same height. Like, if we make a benchmark for the cabin, then we can choose, for example, the floating platform. Now, to build at this height, you have to make sure that your pointer does not stick to the ground, so you can see it stick to the ground if you hover over the benchmark and then off it, and it will stick to the ground. So if it's to the ground, lift it up a little bit, then move it over the benchmark, and then you can place it. Now move it over the benchmark, and this will be exactly at the same height. But what if we lost our benchmark or we didn't have one yet? We can just create a new benchmark for the cabin, as long as it's around the same height, doesn't matter if it's the same height. Then you make a new one. This one you move over the benchmark and then you place it near the other prop you want to copy. Then you go to your prop templates, create a new template, select the one you moved over your benchmark first, then you select everything you want to copy, save the template, choose the template, and now when you move it over the benchmark, it will be exactly at the same height, even after we lost our benchmark. Now, how to get your angle back? Let's say if I want this angle back, I make a template, create a new one, select the prop from the angle I want to have first, then select a random prop second, doesn't matter which one, just so we can save it. Then we save it, select the prop. Now we have selected the prop in which the angle is positioned. If we change the rotation type on world heading to pitch and back, now this angle is locked. If we choose another category, for example, doesn't matter, anything is this angle now. We can just go to this floating platform, we got this angle. And if we have our benchmark, we move it over this. And we can just continue building like this. At exactly the same height and exactly the same angle. And now the last part, how to get your rotation or axis back. We can do that also by creating a template or making a checkpoint. can either make a checkpoint. Let's say if I place this one like this, and I want to have this axis, I make the checkpoint. And now if I ever change the axis, I can always go back to the checkpoint, pick it up, place it again, go back to props, and now I have this axis again. But you can also do it if you lost your rotation like this. Just place one prop right next to it, create the template, select this one first, then this one, save the template, and now we have also this angle back, except not the same height. Right, and that's it for my video. That's all the tips and tricks I have for today, folks. If you thought they were helpful, please leave a like. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe for more tips and tricks and my latest jobs. And I'll see you players later.